from the east to the southwest and New Mexico we go. I think quite a few of you will know Craig, but this is Craig Beckman from Aqua Membranes, who was in Maui and is now no longer in Maui. So welcome, Craig.
Thanks, Tom, and thanks to everybody for attending. Sorry we couldn't meet in person. As Tom said, my name is Craig Beckman. I am the CEO of Aqua Membranes, and we are turning reverse osmosis on its head. So the technology, I'm gonna view options, hang on, hide options. Need to advance the slides here. So RO technology is used around the world and for thousands of applications from baby food to crude oil. 160 billion gallons a day is processed through the technology. However, it comes at an extreme cost, and that's waste. Wasted energy, wasted plastics, and wasted water. The water, for example, that goes down the drain from the process would fill 10 billion of those blue buckets. And the reason is inferior technology. Membrane elements have been made the same since I've been in the industry for 30 years, and they predate me by 2 decades. A membrane element is basically an envelope of membrane rolled around a center tube with a spacer material. You can see it pictured here. That spacer material is what causes all of the pressure drop and all the energy associated with the process. And even with high energy and high waste, the spacer material still follows up and limits the life of the membrane. You can see some pictures here of organic and inorganic scaling. Another way to think about this would be, let's say you and your buddy wanted to start exercising, and his idea of exercising was one of these crazy Tough Mudder races where you have to climb over things and under things and through mud, a torturous path to get through. That's a traditional spacer. However, your idea was a 5K by the ocean in Maui, where I just was, for example, and a gentle breeze in your face. Well, Aqua Membranes has found the easy path for membrane elements, and it's called printed spacer technology. So what we do is actually very simple. We take a resin that's in liquid form and then cure it on the membrane surface. So we take the mesh spacer out completely, that inferior technology that's been the bane of our industry for years, and instead open up a nice path for the water to flow. This open path can be customized for any application and leads to enormous benefit in the process. We save energy, we save water, and we save plastics by extending the life of the membrane. So here's some data. We are actually in production with the product now. We just introduced our first product this quarter. And the top line there you can see is actually the wasted energy associated with a mesh element. So this is the energy, the pressure required to push the water across that spacer material today. However, if we use printed spacers, that's the light blue line below it, there's actually a lot less wasted energy. The water moves through the element much more easily, and it's a 55% reduction on average for that savings. So how does this look for a customer? We offer benefits both in operating and capital cost. The operating cost is shown on the top there. So for example, a 5 MGD plant with relatively high power costs, maybe 10 to 15 cents a kilowatt hour, is going to save up to $200,000 annually in that energy savings. The technology also has the benefit that we can customize it any shape, any thickness. So we can make a thinner spacer. A thinner spacer actually leads to more area in every membrane element, which if you're building a large plant, like 40 MGD seawater plant, would reduce the capital. And we reduce the capital because you need fewer housings, fewer skids, less piping, and a smaller building. We believe these customer savings will drive quick adoption of the technology. We have an experienced team and going to market with a direct model right now. So we're doing direct sales to the likes of Coca-Cola and other beverage customers, as well as oil and gas customers. We're planning to license the technology to Pentair, one of our investors, next year. They are bringing it to a very famous coffee manufacturer to increase capacity in their installed base. And then lastly, we see an opportunity to license to other major manufacturers to get over one of the big hurdles in our industry, and that's adoption. New water technologies for years have struggled with uptake, but in a licensing model, we feel we could overcome that. Our team has a lot of experience, myself 30 years now in the industry, coming off a successful exit of Myox to Johnson Matthey. And then with our board, We have 4 other successful exits to draw experience and growth lessons from. So how can you help? Run a trial. We are looking for beta customers now as we ramp up production through the rest of the year. If you don't run a membrane system, probably know somebody that does. Maybe they could run a trial. And lastly, let's just continue to talk about it. Water is wasted. Energy is wasted in this process, and together we can solve that problem. We are in the final stages of an A funding round now, so if there's some interest there, please contact us. Thanks for your time.